You know when you're making dinner and you're trying to decide whether white wine or red wine is going to go best with your food? Well, today's episode has nothing to do with that. Instead, today we're going to be looking at why making a teacher introduction video is a brilliant first step in student engagement. And I'm going to go through some tips that'll help you create one for yourself. Students can be very nervous about starting a course, and you as the teacher have the ability to ease some of the angst and nervousness that they might be experiencing. I'm sure most of us have enrolled in courses where you've had to wait weeks or even months for the course to actually start. In the interim period, while we wait for our course to start, we get those mixed feelings of excitement of, looking forward to the future, and then also that, oh my gosh, what have I done? I don't know if I can do this. And that's the feeling I want to tap into today, to remind ourselves that that's what our students go through before they start a course. We all know that our students learn best when they're calm and confident, so it's in our best interest to make sure that they turn up to class as calm and as confident about being in this course as possible. Take a look at a snippet of this video by TAFE New South Wales teacher Bennett Prestwidge as he talks about the Certificate 2 in Transport Security Protection.
Has this ever happened to you when you walk through a scanner at the airport? Well, that's why I'm here today, because I'm going to explain why it happens. My name is Bennett Prestwidge and I'm a teacher here at Ultimate TAFE. This, my friends, is a walk-through metal detector, and as you guessed, it's the primary form of screening that we use to screen people into a sterile area. Last thing that I'll say is that we are we're offering this qualification on the 2nd of May, which is a 26-week course. We're offering that to our mainstream students here at Ultimate TAFE in Sydney. If this is something that you're interested in, or you know someone that is interested in doing this qualification, give James a call. Thank you for joining me in regards to learning about this walkthrough metal detector, a small little bit. If you'd like to learn more, come and see me. I'm your teacher. I'll get you up to speed on what you need to know for industry, and we'll have you firing out there and ready to go. I'll see you soon. Can't wait to help you get this qualification.
Now, I edited that video because Bennett made it as a recruitment grab, but it highlights how a teacher can make a strategic first move for student engagement and help ease their nervousness that they might be experiencing. This video puts a human person behind the course and makes the all-important first step in creating that human connection with your student. There are a few things that I'd like to highlight in Bennett's video. The first one is that he uses a bit of equipment that students are actually going to learn about and use not only in their course but on the job when they start working. This creates that interest and curiosity in students. Secondly, if you've seen my video on 3 worst ways to start a course, you'll know that I'm really not a fan of where a teacher talks about themselves and their qualifications and where they've worked and making it all about them. I love it when a teacher just talks about the course. They make it all about the student. And Bennett does this brilliantly. He taps into the enthusiasm that a student might feel about coming to this course, and he never talks about himself. Lastly, Bennett is enthusiastic in his video, and the students will know that they are going to get a teacher that is passionate about his industry. Let's take a look at how you can create a video just like Bennett's. You don't need any fancy equipment, you can just use your smartphone. Tip number 1 is do a trial video just to make sure everything's going to be in the shot that you want to show, and you can decide whether you want to film it portrait or landscape. Tip number 2 is that sound is crucial. It's half the experience in a video. So make sure you're not too far away from your camera or phone where you're recording so it picks up the sound, and try and find an area that's not too echoey. So you want some carpet on the ground or some furniture around that's going to absorb the sound so it doesn't bounce around the room. Tip number 3 is this is just a teacher quick introduction, so only make it 1 to 2 minutes tops. Tip number 4 is script what you're going to say. You want this to be short and punchy. You want to capture that student interest and make them feel welcome to the course that they're coming to. Tip number 5 is it's probably going to take a couple of goes before you nail the grab that you actually want to use. So don't be discouraged if you make some mistakes and you have to do it a couple of times. My last tip around shooting an introduction video is that you need to amp up your energy. We often come across quite dull in a video, so we need to plug into that enthusiasm. I need to put in another 30% when I'm doing these videos to make sure that I come across enthusiastically and can capture my audience. So that's something you're going to need to do. And remember, it takes a little bit of practice and you will need to make a couple of shoots. In my next video, I'm going to record a teacher introduction video so you can see what it might look like. I'm also going to help you write that script so you can make it short and punchy. And then what do you do with it once you've created it? So I'll see you next week on Virtually the Teacher.